Good morning, child. Now, is it me or do Miss Sean give y'all trade vibes? I don't know, but we finna talk about it, girl. So let's get down into it. Married at first sight. Let's go, girl. Baby, me outside, meet me outside, girl. Married at first sight. This is season 20, episode 2. Where is my groom? Girl, where is he at? Now, this was a good episode. All right, y'all know this is my first time really reviewing this show. And I must say, even though I'm still only in episode 2, I'm going to do episode 3 later on. But this was actually a really good episode. I did enjoy it. It was not a chore to watch. So we finna get down into it. So Marissa and Adam's wedding day, girl. So Marissa says she knows Adam. Adam says he remembers meeting her at a bar one night. He approached her. He asked for her number. They exchanged the numbers, but they never went on a date because both of them were so damn busy. But he's always thought about her because he approached her first, and he's never done that. I mean, I guess Adam. I don't know. Like, something about Adam just makes me do this. I'm just gonna be honest. Something about Adam, he is. It's like I'm trying to see it for Adam. I am. I'm trying to see it for Adam because I don't know Adam from damn Adam, but I pick up on vibes. I pick up on zhuzhes. You understand what I'm saying? And it's just some about Adam. I don't know. He just give me the ick. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be honest. Did you ever see this, Adam? Don't take it personally. And I know that's a tall order, but don't take it personally. But it's just some about Adam. He just gives me the ick. I don't know why, but he do. And what it is gonna come out, Adam. Being on these reality shows, it is gonna come out. Something about you. I can't. I don't. Girl. We gonna move on. They get married. Moving on. So Tori and Felipe down at their reception. It was cute. They basically gave toasts on both sides. I was here for the toasts. The toasts was really cute. It looks like both families are accepting of one another. Won't no BS going on. So that's always a good thing. So that's really all that was to take away from that. And other than the fact that Felipe still give Wario's little brother, but we're gonna move on. So Belle and Mecca down at their reception. So Logic talking to Belle. Listen, Logic is a lot. But I actually like Logic. I know in the last episode I said I felt like he was a real big diva and it always got the attention got to be on him. But for some reason in this episode, it made me look at him a little bit differently. Like I kind of like Logic old ass. Like he a hoot. He a hoot. He's funny. He's witty. He know how to put some words together. And I really do feel like he does love his son. And I feel like he does want what's best for his son, like most men should when it comes to their child, especially their black children. So, I ain't gonna get Logic too much like I did in the last episode because I really didn't know how to feel about him. But I really feel like he does love his son. He only wants what's best for his son. Okay, he has his own way of doing it. But I didn't mind Logic. I didn't because Logic is a hoot, child. Logic is a real hoot. I love to meet him in person because I feel like he'll be the type of nigga that just make me laugh the whole time. And anybody that can make me laugh, you all right with me. So Mecca talks to his groomsmen about what they thought about the kiss on the cheek. And they was like, look, it's your first time meeting. Like they understood it. Like they didn't try to talk him out of it or they didn't talk bad about her, which I appreciated. You know, they gave him truth and logic. Like, well, I mean, hey, this y'all first time meeting. She's really just trying to protect herself. She don't know how things are gonna go. So I mean, you know, and I totally understand that logic. That's true shit. It is y'all first time meet, you know. And not everybody's gonna handle it the same way that somebody else would, because there was a couple of people up here already that kissed, you know, but I can respect Belle for saying, you know, listen, it ain't that. I'm just still, slow down. I just want to get to know you. Okay, moving on. Even though if it was me, I'd have slobbed his ass down because he's so fine. But that's just the low down, dirty, disgusting, whore bag I am. Everybody ain't like me. Moving on. So the matchmaking session for Nick and Courtney. So not Nick and Courtney, Nick and Brittany. Is it Brittany or Courtney? Get me together in the comments because I said Courtney, but then I wrote down Brittany for the rest of the shit. So I don't know. Y'all correct me down in these comments, girl. I ain't finna go back and look. I'm already in the middle of the damn review. So we're just gonna say Brittany because I wrote Brittany down. Brittany's into, but I think it's Courtney. Anyway, Brittany is into bodybuilding, but she doesn't want her partner to be like that. She doesn't want somebody that's egotistical, but if they play a sport, send them to her. You know, a part of me kind of get it because I know a lot of people are like, oh, we do the same thing, so we're really compatible. That could be a good thing or a bad thing. Honestly, these days, that in particular could be a good thing or a bad thing. Would I want to date another YouTuber or another nurse? Probably not. Just being honest, probably not. I will appreciate if we both have our own lanes and we're great in our own lanes, but I'd happen to be, you know, us just happen to do the same thing. I mean, again, to some people that's cute, and I get it. But like a person like me, I much rather you have your own judge and I have my own judge, and we can make it work that way. But I mean, that's just a me thing. Um, Brittany says she wants somebody, and or Courtney, whichever one it is, says that she wants somebody that still drinks, isn't gonna make her wear a turtleneck, celebrate Christmas, and ain't going to church every Sunday. Nick says that she's religious. He just hopes that she doesn't expect for him to go to church every day. What's the problem with going to church? Like, listen, I'm a religious type of bitch. All right. Like in my household, we will serve the Lord. Do you understand? Now I know that ain't everybody thing, but girl, that's my thing. Like, look, no tea, no shade, but girl, y'all is trying it, honey. Like I know y'all lying. What God do to y'all? Okay, he woke you up that morning. He got you in your right mind that morning. Moving on. So Brittany and or Courtney says that when it comes to the political side of things, she doesn't want to date a liberal. She wants a conservative man. Nick says he's more on the conservative side, but there's a lot of issues where he rides more liberal. But then both the matchmakers ask them, well, what makes you a liberal, or what makes you conservative, or what things that are on the conservative side that makes you want to be more liberal? And neither one of them can answer the question. Listen, here go my thing. I don't want no Trump supporter. If you a Trump supporter, get the fuck away from me. Okay? That'll be my only qualm. If you's a Trump supporter, if you voted for that pink bitch, get the fuck away from me. That's where my political views stand. Okay, now I know ain't nobody asked me, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it anyhow. Whatever. If you's a Trump supporter, get your ass away from me. That's all I know. Moving on. Brittany has been cheated on before, and her biggest fear is being left. She didn't want them to leave her. Nick says that he's never cheated on anybody that he was with. Brittany and or Courtney. I do understand. I do. I do understand. Because a lot of people are like that. A person has cheated on them, bad. But then they would do everything in their power to still keep them around simply because they don't want to be by themselves. And that's a sad way to be honest. No shade to you, Brittany and or Courtney, whichever one it is. That's a sad way to be. And that's a sad way to live. Wondering and knowing that the only reason why this person is still around is because I don't want them to leave. Not because they don't want to leave, not because they can't see themselves without me, but they got me in this space. And a lot of people like that. A lot of people like feeling like they got you in that bind. And a lot of the times that's what keeps a person around. It's unhealthy. So I really hope we able to like get over that. Brittany and or Courtney, whichever one, yeah. Moving on. Nick was on dating shows in the past and wonder if people wanted to be with him or just to say that they've been on a date with Nick. And then we get down to Courtney and Nick's wedding because I wrote Courtney again. I don't know whether it's Courtney or Brittany, girl. I figure it out by the next episode. Listen, Nick, I'm gonna be real with you. As handsome as you are, I have a red flag. I do. I have a red flag. And my red flag is because of the fact that you was on 4 or 5 other dating shows. That is the biggest red flag that I got with you right now, Nick. You're wondering whether people are with you because they really want to be with you, but Brittany and or Courtney should feel the same. Like, are you with her because you really want to be with her? Or are you with her because this is another chance for you to have some exposure down to the television? I mean, this is your fourth or fifth one. It's like, where's the there, sir? You know what you're saying, Nick? I don't know nothing about you. I think you're real handsome. I think you're a real sweet guy. But I don't know. I got questions. I got concerns. I'm holding a red flag. Just one. Moving on. Courtney and or Brittany. Nick's wedding. Courtney and or Brittany, I hated your dress. I did. I despised that dress on you. I don't know why. I don't know what it was about it, but I just despised that dress on you. Hated it, girl. Hated it. So, matchmaker sessions for Michelle and Cameron. So, when Michelle was 26, she was diagnosed with fibroids, so she froze her eggs. I'm really sorry that you had to go through that at 26, and I totally understand why you did what you did, Michelle. I do. Preemptive tease. There's nothing wrong with a little preemptive tease. So I can appreciate what you did and I can appreciate why you did it. And I'm proud that you was able to take that stance at that young age, that you thought to do that. And I don't find nothing wrong with it. Shout out to you. Cameron is a basketball coach at a community college, but he played ball overseas. I don't know if it was professionally or not. Probably was. But shout out to you. Cameron. So Cameron has never been in a long-term relationship before. The last time he asked somebody out, they ghosted him. My God, I don't know why, because Cameron is very handsome. Okay. Cameron is very handsome. I don't know why Cammy got ghosts. Why'd you get ghosts? Why'd you get ghosted, Cammy? Child. So Michelle and Cameron's wedding day. Michelle's parents met through her grandma, and I believe they're still together to this day. Her dad wasn't there because he's camera shy, but he did write her a letter telling her that even though he has uncertainties about the way she's going about all of this, she does wish them both the best of luck. I mean, look, I get it. I do, I get it. And her brother Colin was there to walk her down the aisle, so it wasn't like it wasn't a man there. It would have been nice for her dad to show up, but she understood it. She said, "Listen, my dad didn't sign up for this, and he did write her a letter wishing her well. Hey, look, you still my baby. That man better treat you good, or whatever the case may be." Like I thought it was cute. I thought it was cute. It was a cute little letter. It was a cute little gesture. I might still would have been nice had you showed up, Dad. Girl, Michelle arrived in a horse and carriage. I know that's right, Michelle. Michelle said, "Child, please, I don't give a damn how this shit is. This my wedding day. I always wanted to pull up in a horse and carriage, and bitch, I'ma pull up in my horse and carriage." I know that's right, Michelle. I was here for the horse and carriage. Moving on. Marissa and Adam dined at their reception, honey. Adam played the piano for 2 hours. Moving on. It's something about Adam that annoys me, y'all. It do. I promise y'all. Adam gives me the ick. It's just something about him that I just cannot get with. And I know we in episode 2, but it's just something about him that I the matchmaking session with Miss Sean and Nikki. So Miss Sean says that he wants someone smart, sexy, and sociable. Nikki says that she's super duper shy, and I can tell. So Nikki wants cheering of her own, but she's 46 and she doesn't know if this going to be possible with her naturally. Miss Sean wants churn, saying that if they got a honeymoon baby, he'll be all ready for it. Listen, most of the gays won't share it by any means necessary. Okay, believe it or not, most of the gays want to be daddies or mamas in their own right. Okay, so that doesn't shock me at all. So Miss Sean grew up a Christian. Her daddy was a pastor, and she didn't lose her virginity until she was 21, but she ain't had sex again until she was 29. I mean, look, in my opinion, you had sex from the age of 21 to 29. It just won't with no girl. The gays do that as well. The closeted, silent sissies of the pews, yeah, that's usually how they rock and how they get down. Nikki prefers a man that's taller than her. Miss Sean is 5'6". Excuse me, open it up wrong. Miss Sean is 5'6". Blooper. Miss Sean is 5'6". So it's gonna be real interesting to see how this goes, honey. I'm talking about some he into dominant women. Yeah, I know, because you a submissive little bottom in your real life, okay? Use a submissive little bottom in your real life, so you want a woman that gives masculine vibes, but that ain't Nikki. Nothing about Nikki gives me a masculine dominant vibe. Okay, she's the submissive, soft one. That's how I know y'all. Why is y'all playing in our face with this bullshit? Like, and this is what got me with Paul and Dr. Liz, because both of y'all got y'all reservations, but y'all still put these two together. Y'all just did this for the sake of the damn show. Girl, if y'all don't quit playing with the people, because y'all tried wasting our time with this foolishness. Okay, if anything, there'll be good Judies. That's about it. Okay. Him and Nikki would be some good Judies, and they around the same age range. So I mean, the friendship could work, but nothing else. So Michelle was born with teenage parents, 16 to 17. She talked about how they basically grew up poor, living on assistance, staying with other people, having hand-me-downs, and that. And so she grew up real focused on her career, and now she's financially stable. Because of which, she would love her partner to make $250,000 a year, maybe 200, maybe 200,000, but that's a minimum for her. Look, I get it. I get it because of the way that she grew up. She don't want to come up through hard times again. Most people who came up in hard times and they've been able to be financially set, most of them don't. So while some people may look at it as girl, I can understand. I can. It ain't that she a gold digger. It's just the way that she came up. You know what I mean? And she makes a certain amount. She would like her partner to make a certain amount. I mean, there's a part of me that gets that. I do. There's a huge part of me that gets it. No tea, no shade. I can understand. I can. I can understand. And I don't feel like she's weird for that. I don't. Like a part of me gets it. Moving on. So Miss Shawn in Nikki's wedding day, and Miss Shawn gives her a damn pendant. And then Miss Shawn talks about how she always dreamt that this day she had a dream about her wedding day and blah blah blah. Most women do. Miss Shawn, most girls dream about their wedding day. You not alone. So we get down to Michelle and Cameron down to their reception. There really wasn't much with that. She was getting to know his friends. His friends was telling her about how he played balls overseas and this, that thing, and the other. I mean, it really wasn't much to that. So Logic's speech to Mecca was a hoot. Okay. Logic made me crack up so bad in here. And I actually love the fact that he has that type of relationship with his son. I do love that because a lot of times what you hear in the black community is that either the dads are way too hard on their sons or they're not around. So it's always good to see when black fathers are up here breaking that mold of what other people feel like black fathers give. I love the fact that he was there for his son. I love the fact that he gave memories of his son, um, albeit embarrassing. It was still the fact that he remembered and he was there for a lot of those things. And that's the biggest takeaway that I've got from that. Like, I enjoyed it. I did. Was it a lightweight embarrassing? Yeah. But he was poking fun with his son, gifting memories. You know what I mean? And that was my takeaway from that. The speech that Valley gave to her daughter was real heartfelt, like I knew it would be from her mama. It was a cute moment. It was. It was a cute moment from both parents. I appreciated it. Shout out to Valley and Logic. So Miss Sean's and Nikki's wedding day. So I already talked about Miss Sean having that dream that all the girls dream about with their wedding, honey. We already had that. Nikki, I hated your dress. And I think the thing that I hated about it the most was them little cap sleeves. Is that what y'all call them? Cap sleeves, the little hanger sleeve thingy. I didn't like it. It was just so old school on you. And I understand you in your mid 40s, but girl, you ain't old. Like I did not like it. But however, I did like that brown that Sean had on. It was like a what's it called? Like a crushed velvet, but it wasn't velvet, it was brown. That type of material. And the trimming on it was a silk black. It was real cute. I did like it. I did like the brown Ocean. It was very different for a wedding. It was. It was very different for a wedding. You don't see that too much. Um, But girl, that was it. That's all. I ain't got no more. Episode 3, we really finna find out what Nikki think about Miss Shauna, honey. Cause you's a woman, so you should be able to spot a gay a mile away. We go see if your gaydar ring bells, honey. If you don't, you need to check your dar. Okay. If your shit don't go ting-a-ling-a-ling, you need to check your dar, Nikki. Cause something going on with it. Another thing, Nick. Since we talking about this, Nick tells the story about how he met his gay best friend on another show and how the gay best friend was catfishing him being a woman, talking about somehow he was calling him Daddy Nick. And you still wanted to be that man friend? I mean, I look, Nick, maybe you're just a nice person. Okay? Maybe you just a nice person. I would never fuck with that homosexual again. Just by the way that he introduced himself and y'all met, I just would never be able to trust him again. Maybe you're just a real nice person. Okay, maybe you just nice to a fault. I don't know. But I did just think about that. That was a little weird for me. But whatever, Nicholas, that's your friendship. You gotta deal with that, not me. But y'all, that's it. That's all. I ain't got no more to give y'all. Y'all drop down in these comments, honey. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about this episode, girl. And yeah, that's it. That's all. I ain't got no more. I'm gonna premiere this for later on this afternoon. I'm gonna watch the 3rd episode. I might premiere that later on this evening, maybe tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock. I believe they said the new episodes come out on Thursday, if I'm not mistaken. So if that's the case, I'll make sure to have episode 3 out either tonight or tomorrow morning, and then we all caught up. All right. I think episode 3, we're gonna get down to the last couple. Thank God. And then because I think this episode was like 59 minutes, I could deal with that. An hour. Cool. But that's it. That's all. I ain't got no more. And until later on, I'll holler at you. Don't forget to like, comment, share, hype up this video. And if you have not subscribed, subscribe, girl. That.